Hi, and welcome to the second video. Today we are covering the other half of the YouTube channel, Living Well with Schizophrenia, now called Living Well After Schizophrenia. Make of that as you will. Anyways, let's get started. Rob Lim's personal narrative was extensively documented on his now deleted YouTube channel, This Incredible Life, providing insight into significant life transitions. As a committed husband and father, he spent over a decade building a life with his first wife, Lauren, during which they raised 2 children and co-managed a business, sharing their experiences online. However, following the dissolution of his marriage and his wife's departure for a new relationship, Rob has continued to publicly share his experiences, offering an ongoing account of his partner's life. To understand how Rob got here, we need to go back. In the early 2000s, he was just a university student in Canada, passionate about photography and blogging. That's when he met Lauren. She found his blog, left a comment on Rob's photo of himself doing a backflip on the beach, and soon after arranged to meet him in person. From that moment on, they were inseparable. It seemed like a classic love story, 2 creatives falling in love and building a life together. But in hindsight, there were warning signs right from the start. Rob himself admitted he wasn't completely sold on marriage. Having watched his own parents divorce, he once said, just the concept of marriage itself was like a very constructed thing. I didn't want to submit to the authority of this like societal pressure. That hesitation, his lack of conviction in the permanence of marriage, might have been the first sign of trouble. In 2019, after more than a decade together, Lauren publicly identified as bisexual. Rather than ending their marriage, she and Rob chose to explore a polyamorous relationship. And if you know anything about how that usually goes, you can guess what happened next. Subsequently, Lauren announced that she identified as a lesbian and later separated from Rob to pursue a relationship with a 26-year-old female dance instructor. Following these events, Lauren and her partner publicly stated that Rob's eldest son identifies as female and shared this information with their viewers. Rob did remarry. His new wife, also named Lauren, also non-binary, also diagnosed with a mental disorder. And if that wasn't enough, Rob convinced his new Lauren to start filming her life as well, continuing the cycle of public exposure and what has now turned into another never-ending documentary of dysfunction. Rob and his second wife, Lauren, started the YouTube channel Living Well with Schizophrenia 6 years ago, beginning with Lauren speaking openly about her personal struggles and symptoms that eventually led to being diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder in her mid-20s. In 2024, Lauren renamed her YouTube channel to Living Well After Schizophrenia, misleading vulnerable viewers into thinking schizophrenia can be healed with a ketogenic diet or metabolic therapy and without medications. Criticism of ketogenic and metabolic therapy isn't about ignorance, it's about caution. There is a reason that mental health professionals prescribe medications and therapy. They are rigorously tested and proven to help manage conditions like depression, bipolar disorder, and schizophrenia. In contrast, diets like keto are still being studied and remain controversial and potentially hazardous as a mental health treatment. A crucial thing to consider is health and wellness influencers may be motivated to withhold reports of negative results or side effects once heavily involved, as disclosing such information could jeopardize their platform. This is further compounded by the lack of significant regulations governing health claims made by influencers. I implore you to talk with your doctor or nurse practitioner about your treatments. Do your own research. Read the information that should be included with your medications, join support groups, and remember your body is your temple.